Hi everyone, my name is Gabby Jones. I am a consultant with Encryption Consulting. Encryption Consulting covers all the aspects of data protection landscapes such as encryption, data security, key management, and privacy. Cloud is now an integral part of IT architecture for any company from any industry. Data stored on cloud is equally important. AWS is a leading cloud services provider, and today we're going to be discussing the best practices to be followed while using AWS Certificate Manager. Amazon implements several data protection controls and techniques to protect the customer data. One of the important controls in this suite is encryption. Certificates play a crucial role in the process of encryption. AWS Certificate Manager is key in managing the certificate lifecycle. In this video, we're going to discuss the best practices followed in AWS Certificate Manager. AWS leverages strong and open source cryptographic algorithms that are in compliance with several international standards and frameworks. Services and tools in AWS support both symmetric and asymmetric keys for providing protection to the customer-sensitive data. AWS Certificate Manager can be integrated with various other services such as Redshift, EBS, EFS, S3, and Secret Manager, to name a few. So what is AWS Certificate Manager? ACM is Amazon's certificate manager, and it's offered as a service for its cloud customers. ACM provides its users with options to create, manage, and deploy certificates, both public and private. AWS Certificate Manager Private Certificate Authority Service enables small and medium enterprises to build and own public key infrastructure, PKI, within AWS Cloud Platform. AWS services such as Elastic Load Balancers, Amazon CloudFront distributions, Elastic Beanstalk, and AWS API Gateway are equipped to use AWS Certificate Manager service. You can always visit www.encryptionconsulting.com for more detailed information on AWS Certificate Manager and read our blog articles. Now we're going to be looking at some of the best practices. So we have ACM Certificate Expiry Check. One of the best practices to be followed in order to adhere to security standards is to ensure removal of expired certificates managed by ACM. This eliminates the risk of deploying an invalid certificate and resources which trigger error in the front end. This might cause loss of credibility for the business as well. Number 2 is the ACM Certificate Validity Check. Ensure requests arrived during certificate issue or renewal process are validated regularly. ACM certificate requests become invalid when not validated within 72 hours of request initiation. Application services might be interrupted during the process of new certificate requesting process. Number 3, the Root Certificate Authority or CA usage. As per Amazon recommendation, it's always a best practice to minimize the use of root CA. Instead of an intermediate CA, it can be created to perform daily activities of issuing certificates to endpoints, and in turn, root CA can issue certificates to intermediate CAs. This way, root CA can be protected from direct exposure during any attacks. Also, providing a separate account for root CA and intermediate CA is a recommended best practice. Use of SSL versus TLS. Transport layer protection is very important to ensure security. Use only TLS version 1.1 or above, and do not use SSL as it is not considered secure any longer. Private keys protection. Whenever you import certificates instead of ACM issued certificates, ensure keys used to generate SSL-TLS certificate private keys has a high strength to avoid data breach. Avoid using SSL wildcard domain certificates. Instead, try to issue ACM single domain certificates for each domain and subdomain with its own private key. Whenever there is a breach or hack performed on wildcard certificates, all the domains and subdomains linked are compromised, causing greater security concern. 7. Usage of imported certificates. Allow usage of imported certificates only from authenticated and trusted partners of your organization in ACM. When wildcard certificates are imported to AWS ACM, security threat risk is high as a user might hold an unencrypted copy of certificate's private key. 8. Fully qualified domain name. One of the common mistakes organizations commit is using an alias in certificates. Recommended best practice is to always use a fully qualified domain name in SSL/TLS ACM certificates. Perform audit of these certificates. To avoid misuse of generated certificates, perform frequent audits of AWS environment for trusted certificates and validate audit report. And the last one, turn on AWS CloudTrail and CloudWatch alarms. CloudTrail logging helps in tracking history of AWS API calls and monitoring AWS deployments. CloudTrail can be integrated with applications for performing automated logging and monitoring activities. Enabling CloudWatch alarm features help in alerting through notifications when configured metric breach occurs. If you are looking for implementation of AWS Certificate Authority, please consult encryptionconsulting.com if you have any questions or concerns. And please feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give the video a like if you want your algorithm to be more tuned into this type of content. Thank you.